Hi, in the last video we have finished the styling for our world mode model, and in this video I want to start styling the spells. So let's get started. The first thing I do is declare a spells.css, and I want to include this in our index.html. Great. So the next thing we do is find our container here, and it's in the game action screen. And this is our spell channel container, and I want to give it a position relative. Okay, and let's close that first. And we move on and find our container spell channel and give it two additional div. And the first one we'll call it spell underscore container for Harry, and also one for world mode. Great. So let me just copy that inside our spells panel. Great. So what I want to do here first is to give it a width and a height of a square, and waiting to be overwritten by the actual spell of the actual attribute of the spell. So, and a background, give it gray. Okay, so let's see if you can see it here, and we want to move it in this position. So give it a top value of 45%, and left should be just 0%. Okay, give it a position first. Great. Now let's give it a keyframe. Spell left to right. Okay. So inside here, I want to update the left attribute by when it hits 100%. I want it to be on the other side. So animation spell left to right. I want it to last for 0.8 seconds, and using ease out, and also have a 0.8 second delay. So here, one gets executed first, then the spell will starting to sort of going over here. Great. What else do we need? Yeah, I think that's it. And then we can remove this background color, since we already know it works. But let's just wait it out. We will later, close the things that we don't need. Let's give you something similar for our world mode. Yes. And this will also be used. Keyframes, right to left. 100% should be goes to the right here, and this should be updated to right. Okay. Perfect. So then we can start to style our what should we call it? The spells. So first, let's finish the spells for world mode first. So okay, what's the spell should be? First width, give it a 60 pixel width. Height, let's give it 5 pixel, and background, let's give it a greenish color for the radius. sharpness should give it a 5 pixel. Let's see. Okay, I want to attach it inside here. Okay, I think it looks great already. Let me just leave it there first. And what else do we need? Okay, second spell. Summon the demon tool. And in here, let's give it a new shape. Pac-Man should be a good one here. And I want to place these values to black. I want to have, okay, these 60 pixels should be shorter, so I'll just update them to 30 pixels. And I'll attach this to replace. Great. So now I just need to remove the background here first. Great. Put the right to left. What do we do? So transparent here should be up. Great. So let's update the top value here. Top should be 20% this time. Great. Not that. 30%. Very close. Okay, I will leave it to 30%. I think it's okay. And yeah, we have finished the styling for Voldemort. Let's start styling the spells for Harry Potter. So the first one should be Sectum. Okay, Sempra. The spell, attacking spell he learned from Snape's book. Okay, I want to use the same style for Abracadabra, but instead using a black background. Great. I always forgot to paste the style at the index element. Great. So as you can see here, we should probably okay, I think it's okay. So let's move on. And the second spell would be Expecto Patronums. Let's do that. Dot expecto patronum. Great. So this could be, let's use another shift we can find here on top. In my demo, I used this rectangle, sort of curved, skewed rectangle, and it's called parallelogram. Parallelogram. Sorry. Okay. Space it here. And right should be okay. Sky blue. The patronum should be a sky blue color, or blue color. And screw from screwing to the left should be screwing to the right. And let me paste this in here. And let's test it out. Great. So it's too large. Let's make it a little bit shorter. Okay. And probably height should be 50. Let's check. Okay, it has a 30 sort of pixels. No. Okay, it's close. It's close to what we have. What I have in mind. Let me just uplift it a little bit. Top, give it 30%, just like this Dementor. Okay, and the left should be 10%. Okay, probably not 10%, 3%. Great, we are close. 35% top. Great, perfect. So now we have our patronum charm set up. Now we just left with one last spell called Protego. Protego. Okay. We shouldn't need this one first. Okay, we need top. Top should be 10%. We want to have a large barrier, so which should be, doesn't matter, but a very tall sort of barrier. So let me just see. Great. We need it to be a little bit higher than this. This is actually pretty good already. So we need the border right, 16 pixel solid blue. Border radius should be 50%, so around great. So now I just don't want it to be too large. Great. So what else do we need? The background to be transparent. Okay, it looks like the sort of blocking surface that we are intended to have, but I don't want to send this to one right. I want to make it stay put, so we just need to give it an animation to do that. So yeah. Keyframes, new keyframe spell. I will say stay put, and I want to give it an initial opacity of 0, and by the 30%, I want to have opacity of 1, and also by 60% opacity of 1, and by 100% opacity should be 0. So we go back, it's a loop, and we just need to copy the same animation to our Protego here, and update this to spell stay put. Stay out. Okay, just in time. So, alright, let's wrap it up for now. So this is how we style the spells, and then next video we can finish up the structure for our buttons and the log panel. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.